People talk about dreams all the time. Big dreams, wild dreams. That's so I love sparing dreams that sound impossible until they're not. But here's a truth not everyone tells you those dreams. So I love sparing. They don't happen while you're sleeping. They happen when the world is still quiet. When it's 4 a.m. So I love sparing. And while the rest of the world is hitting snooze, you're getting ahead. Not because you're superhuman, but because you've made a choice to lead your life, not follow it. Today. So Carlos, but being a news coming into you, I want to give you 5 powerful tips to embrace the 4 a.m. mindset, not just literally waking up early. So I love sparing, but living with clarity, commitment, and courage before the world wakes up. So I love sparing. There's something sacred about the early morning hours. No emails buzzing. No notifications stealing your focus. I allow sparing. No outside noise dictating your priorities. Just you and your thoughts. Pure, undiluted clarity. So I love sparing. That's the kind of energy winners tap into before the rest of the world even opens their eyes. When you rise with intention instead of reaction, you give yourself an unfair advantage. I love sparing. It's like showing up to the starting line before anyone else has laced their shoes. So I love sparing. The 4 mindset isn't just about waking up early. It's about the driver's seat of your life with full control. Most people stumble into day. They wake up late, rush through their routine. Grab their phones before they've even breathed and wonder why they feel scattered by noon. But those who win where the mornings build a runway, they create space for power, rituals, meditation, journaling, reading, or movement that set the tone. So I love sparing. Think of it as a mental gym session before the real world tries to knock you off balance. So I love sparing. It's in those quiet minutes that you align your vision with your action. That alignment. So I love sparing. That's the difference between surviving your day and commanding it. So I love sparing. Let's be honest, getting up early isn't always glamorous. You won't always feel like it. I love sparing. There will be mornings when your bed feels like the most tempting place on earth. But success never bowed down to comfort. Waking up early isn't about punishment, it's about preparation. Though it has been I love sparing. It's the discipline to show up for yourself before you show up for anyone else. So, it's the time when you're free from expectations, and in that freedom. So I love sparing. You can choose exactly who you want to be today. That's power. Quiet, grounded, and intentional. So I love sparing. And here's the truth. How you start is how you finish. If you begin your day with chaos, So I love sparing. Chances are you'll carry that energy with you. But if you start your morning with purpose, so I love sparing. You walk into the world already grounded, already centered, already strong. So I love sparing. Winning the morning doesn't guarantee nothing will go wrong, but it does ensure that you will be ready. So I love sparing, no matter what comes your way. Because when you've already conquered your first hour, I love sparing. In the rest of the day, better keep up. Motivation is exciting, but let's be honest, it's also fleeting. Sparing us bust, and it shows up when things feel fresh, new, and inspiring, but the moment it gets hard, messy, or boring. So I love sparing. Motivation disappears like a ghost. That's why relying on it is dangerous. You can't build an empire, a career. So I love sparing, or a meaningful life on vibes. You need something stronger. Sparing, that something is discipline, the kind that shows up whether you feel like it or not. So I love sparing. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel, it asks what needs to be done, and then it gets to work. No drama, no debate. Sparing. We live in a culture that romanticizes hustle but hides the grit. You'll see the highlight reels, Tum the soleil results paying the glowing results, but not the early mornings when no one's watching. Discipline, so I love despairing. Discipline is forged in those unseen moments. It's waking up at 4 a.m. when your bed begs you to stay. Unfold this day. It's saying no to comfort when everyone else is indulging in it. It's doing the workout, finishing the project. So I love spying, sticking to the plan because you made a promise to yourself. And here's the thing. So I love spying. Self-respect grows every time you keep that promise. That's what makes you unstoppable. People ask, I love spying. So do you stay motivated? The real question is, how do you stay committed when you're not? So I love spying because motivation won't pull you out of bed, and when you're exhausted, it won't push you to rehearse one more time. And so I love spying, write one more page or take one more step, but discipline will. I love spying. Discipline turns effort into habit and habit into lifestyle. It's the quiet force behind every powerful transformation. And once you lean into it, to those very to a spying, you realize you don't need constant motivation. You just need a decision and the will to follow through. My being going into a spas. So I love spying. Every time you act from discipline, you reinforce the identity of someone who gets it done. So I love spying, not someone who waits for the perfect mood or the perfect moment, but someone who takes action regardless. Spying, that consistency builds confidence. It rewires your mindset. So I love spying. You stop asking for permission and start building momentum. I love spying, and that's when real success starts to take shape, not in the grand gestures, but in the small. So I love spying, consistent choices that stack up over time, the kind of choices that discipline delivers day after day, no matter what. Your energy is your currency, spend it wisely. Every conversation, every decision. So I love spying. Every distraction comes at a cost if you're not protecting it. You leaking power in places that don't deserve it. So I love spying. You wouldn't hand over your bank account details to a stranger, right? So I love spying. Then why give your energy to people or situations that drain you instead of drive you? Protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's strategic. So I love spying. It's about knowing your worth and recognizing that you have every right to decide where your attention goes. So I love spying, and more importantly, where it doesn't. Too many people live in constant reaction mode. Ping, call, text, crisis, gossip, chaos. They let the outside world dictate their mood, their mindset, their momentum. But the 4 a.m. mindset demands intention. It requires boundaries so firm they become a filter. So I love spying. Not everything gets access. Not everyone gets a seat at your table. My love spying. This is about knowing who you are and guarding that space like your future depends on it. Because it does. So I love spy. And you can't build your vision if you're constantly interrupted by people who don't even understand it. So I love spying. Protecting your energy also means curating your environment, the content you consume, the voices you listen to. I love it you tolerate. Everything around you either fuels you or drains you. There is no neutral. Ask yourself, I love spying. Does this lift me or limit me? Does this conversation light a fire or put it out? Be ruthless about the answer. I love spying. Your peace, your clarity, and your focus are too valuable to compromise for temporary approval or empty noise. So I love spitting. People might not like your boundaries, but that's because they benefited from your lack of them. So I love spying. And let's get one thing straight. Protecting your energy doesn't mean isolating yourself or being cold. So I love spath. It means being conscious. It means choosing depth over drama, intention over impulse. Spaz. So I love spathing. It means showing up with full presence for what matters and walking away from what doesn't without apology. Spy. So I love When you start guarding your energy like royalty, you stop chasing validation. You stop entertaining nonsense. So I love spying. You start living like someone who knows exactly where they're going and refuses to let anything slow them down. Silence is not emptiness, it's presence. It's where clarity lives and chaos dies. So I love speaking. In a world that's constantly screaming for your attention, silence becomes your rebellion, your sanctuary. At 4 a.m., when the noise of the world fades and it's just you and your breath, that's when real power begins to surface. That's when you stop performing for the world and start listening to yourself. I'm going to a spa, so most people are so afraid of silence because it forces them to hear their own thoughts. I love spaing, but those thoughts, if you face them, can shape your entire direction. We often confuse noise with productivity. The constant scrolling, the endless notifications, the rush of staying busy. It feels like progress. So I love spying, but it's just motion without meaning. Silence invites stillness, and stillness isn't passive, it's deliberate. So I love spy. It's in the still moments that you reflect, strategize, dream. I love spying, so you begin to see the bigger picture and detach from distractions that no longer serve your evolution. So I love spying. Think of silence as your creative laboratory where your ideas take shape and your vision sharpens. Every empire starts in the mind, and the best ideas are often born in quiet. Silence also teaches discipline. So I love spying. It takes restraint not to react, not to fill every moment with noise or seek validation from outside. When you learn to sit with silence, you master your emotions. You learn to respond rather than react. So I love spying, to think deeply instead of acting impulsively. In those early morning hours, when it's just you and the stillness, you gain something most people never touch: self-command. And let me tell you, so I love spying, that the person who's at peace with themselves, who's unshaken in silence. So I love spacing, walks into the world with a different kind of power, quiet, calm, unbothered. This is where you recharge. So I love spying. This is where you build resilience. It's not in the spotlight that you grow, it's in the shadows. So I love spying. When you use silence to your advantage, you become your own guide, your own compass. For case of you don't need eternal noise to tell you who you are or where you're going. You already know. So I love spin. The world may move loud and fast, but if you can hold your ground in silence. So I love spapping. You'll always move with more precision, more purpose. Because power isn't always loud. Sometimes, I've spatting, it whispers, and only those who sit in silence long enough can hear it. By speaking, purpose isn't a buzzword, it's your anchor when everything else falls apart. So your why is what holds you together. It's what wakes you up when then the alarm feels like an insult. It's why love spiffing is what drives you. No one is clapping when there's no spotlight, when you're exhausted, but still refuse to quit if you don't know why you're doing something. So I love spying. You'll never last through the pain it takes to achieve it. So I love spying. The 4 a.m. mindset isn't sustained by motivation, it's sustained by meaning. So I love spying, and your meaning has to matter so deeply that giving up simply isn't an option. So I love spying. Too many people chase goals they think they're supposed to want. The fancy job, the 6-figure title, the applause. But external validation fades fast. So I love spying. It's your why that keeps you alive when the work is hard and the results are slow. So I love spying. So you have to dig deep and ask yourself, what am I doing this for? What do I want my life to stand for? When your purpose of love view is crystal clear, every sacrifice feels worth it. Every early morning, every late night. Every failure becomes fuel instead of fear. That's what being relentless really means. You keep going because stopping would betray something sacred inside you. So I love spying. There will be people who won't understand your obsession. They'll call it extreme. They tell you to relax. So I love spying to slow down, to be realistic, but they don't see your vision. They don't carry your fire. I love spying. That's not their fault. But it's also not your problem. When you're locked in with your purpose, I love spying. You stop nagging with small minds. You start editing your companion to make others comfortable. So I love spying. Your why becomes your backbone. It gives you a kind of courage that isn't loud, but it's unshakable. And when things get dark, and they will, your purpose is what lights the path back. So I love spare in you. You have to protect your why like your life depends on it, because it does. This isn't just about ambition. So I love spaying. It's about alignment. It's about doing something that means something. When you're rooted in that. So I love spaying. The grind becomes sacred. It's not just work anymore. It's a mission. So I love spaying. And missions don't wait for perfect timing. Missions don't crumble under pressure. They evolve. They expand. So I love spaying, and they outlast the noise. So whatever your dream is, make sure your why is deep enough to survive the storms. So I love spaying because purpose-driven people don't get pushed. They pull the world forward. So I love spaying. So now you know, this mindset isn't just about waking up at 4 a.m. It's about waking up to your life. I love spaying. Waking up to your choices, waking up to your power. It's about designing every day with a kind of focus, fire. So I love spaying and fearlessness that doesn't ask for permission. So I love spaying because people who live with intention don't just follow routines. They build revolutions, quietly, consistently. You relentlessly. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs people who are clear, disciplined, and lit from within. So I love spaying. So start now. Not tomorrow. Not when it's convenient. Start before you feel ready. Better do move space in. Start while it's still uncomfortable. Start when no one's clapping yet. Because if you've got a vision, a fire. So I love spaying use and the courage to chase it before the world even wakes up. Then you don't just have the 4 a.m. mindset. So I love spaying. You have the mindset of someone who's already becoming unstoppable.